Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning into this special Liberty Report. Today, we have a special guest. She happens to be the wife of a very, very well-known senator from Kentucky, and he happens to be her husband. But it's her day today to talk about work skills because she has authored 2 or 3 books now, and she's going to be here to talk about her latest publication. Her name is Kelly Paul. Kelly, welcome to the program.
Thank you. So great to be here.
Right. We want to know about books, and I'm always looking for it. And, I've never written books. Rand's a better writer than I am, and he'd write real books. And I know you help edit and all that, so you know what a real book is. But I never brag. I write books. I say, I just write pamphlets. I write little books. And they still are popular.
You've written some New York Times bestsellers.
Yeah.
Come on, don't say
I'll tell you what, you have some books here, and these are little, but they are powerful, and I am impressed. So why don't you tell our audience what you're proposing here and getting people interested in? And when you show us the books that you have recently worked on, what I'd like to know is what inspired you to do this? For me to write the little bit I do, I have to be inspired and I have to have it. So what was your inspiration to produce these books?
Well, I had a great inspiration. Our beautiful new grandson, Pierce. So he inspired me to write Good Night, Little American, and then Good Night, Young American. So Good Night, Little American is for babies and toddlers. And actually, our daughter-in-law, Kate, she and our son, Duncan, were over for dinner last summer. And Pierce was only about 6 months old. And she said, we need more patriotic board books for kids. All these board books and baby books I'm seeing are very left-leaning. She's like, I want to inspire patriotism and a love for our country. So I wrote this one, which is gentle nursery rhymes for babies and toddlers. But you've got George Washington in here. And of course, you've got Thomas Jefferson. So I really wanted to acquaint very young kids with the beauty and history of our country and what a great birthright it is for all American children. And then for Good Night, Young American, it's for older kids, ages like 4 to 8. And in this one, my little hero, my little boy and his dog are celebrating the 4th of July with his parents. And he asks his dad, what's it all about? What are we celebrating? And his dad describes, in the book, he describes the Declaration of Independence to him. And so that night, when he falls asleep, after the 4th of July, he falls asleep and he dreams all of American revolutionary history as he falls asleep. So he makes friends with our great revolutionary heroes like Paul Revere, and he makes friends with Sam Adams, and he starts to join the great Sons of Liberty, and they hang out at the Green Dragon, and he takes part in the Boston Tea Party, and he flies the kite and learns about electricity with Ben Franklin. So as I was writing these, I realized our revolutionary history is so visual. It's such a great adventure, and he and his little dog take part in it. So I really wanted to excite children about American revolutionary history and pride in our countries.
And you're optimistic that they'll pay attention and listen and be big pro-American people. Well, that's wonderful.
Yes, that is the hope. That is the hope that the books inspire a curiosity about our founders and an appreciation for the incredible bravery that they exhibited. In 1776, everyone accepted the divine right of kings. There was no acceptance that your rights came from your creator, from God. And they believed that your rights came from government or for a king. So these Enlightenment ideals that our founders took and decided to literally fight a war over it, to create a government by the people and for the people, were incredibly radical ideas at the time. And it took incredible bravery and courage to bring this country about.
When I think about the founders, and I think about it a lot because they did some very special work. It was a true revolution, a philosophical revolution, and a moral revolution. which I think is fantastic. But the thing that I was impressed is how well educated they were. And I always kid, but I'm serious also. And then the founder even learned this all without the government schools. And I think you have not asked the government permission to publish these books. And hopefully they never have, but you may have a license to publish these books. But to tell you what, we all have heard of the founders and some for a day or two, and people know it. But in all your work and reading and studying, did you ever come up with your favorite founding fathers?
Well, besides you, of course,
Oh, boy.
my favorite founding father-in-law, which we are all so proud of you and all of your accomplishments and the example that you've set. And I'm very excited for tomorrow when you read these books to all of your great-grandchildren that will be over. But I would have to say my favorite founding father is Benjamin Franklin. I admire him so much because he was a true polymath. All right. He was a scientist. He was an inventor. He was an incredible writer, a great wit. He was a diplomat in France and really helped secure the French help in our revolution. I love all the things that he came up with. He had an unquenchable curiosity, right? Inventing the bifocal, being married to an ophthalmologist. He kind of reminds me of Rand a little bit, yeah, because Rand has great curiosity about a lot of things. And so I would have to say Benjamin Franklin is my all-time.
Okay, just in case somebody gets a whiff of what you have written and what you have done and all your expertise on this subject, how can people get a hold of these books? You'll probably have just convinced hundreds, if not thousands of people wanting to read these books to our kids. How can they get hold of these two little books?
They are everywhere that books are sold. They're on Amazon. They're on barnesandnoble.com. They're in bookstores. They're on christianbook.com. So I hope that people will be intrigued and want to pick them up and sit down with their little Americans and read them and learn more about our revolutionary history.
That's wonderful, Kelly. I'm glad that we had you on the program to spread the message. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.